What was she called, Carl?
Elizabeth Dendyke.
Elizabeth Dendyke, are you there?
A bull-like entity and witches from our past await the most haunted team as we travel to Wales.
Hello, I'm Yvette Fielding, and this week I've brought my team to a place where all the usual suspects hang out. But I want them to come face to face with a particularly wicked entity. Welcome to Most Haunted and to Maesmower Hall Hotel.
Originally a Celtic roundhouse stood on the site of what is now the Maesmower Hotel. Although the hall itself is over 400 years old, dating back to before 1600, it is believed that a battle was fought very close to this site between the Romans and the Celts, one of the last major Roman-Celt battles. This wealth of history is only one of the reasons Maesmower is believed to be one of Wales's most haunted buildings. A ghostly white horse is said to gallop through the grounds at nightfall. Phantom Roman legions march towards, then disappear beneath the building.
But all of these can be described as your average haunting. But there is another entity here that is different altogether. Robin Droog, or Wicked Robin, is said to haunt this whole vicinity. He sometimes takes on the form of a bull and is thought to be a more sinister spirit. It is said several ministers drowned him in the lake that used to be in the grounds, but his presence is still very much felt in the area. In life, he terrorised the area. In death, he terrorises the living.
As the years rolled on, a Welsh longhouse occupied the site, initially a farmhouse. The Victorians added to it by building the rear to match the design of the original front of the house. Eventually the hall became the hotel it is today, but the tales of ghostly happenings are not constrained to the hall's past.
Tales of ghostly phenomena fill the ground floor of this remarkable building. A baby has been heard crying on a number of occasions. A phantom dog, thought to be a Great Dane, has been seen, felt and heard throughout the building. An Elizabethan lady has been seen moving through this once secret door. A pastor-type figure is said to move along the outside walls. The entrance hall seems to be a favourite haunt for the spirit of a pregnant woman who is believed to have committed suicide by drowning in the 1700s. And if you wander to the bar area, you just might see a man standing by the fire wearing a top hat and a long black coat.
In order to arm ourselves with as much information as possible, I asked historian Leslie Smith for any historical facts that might be of use to us during tonight's investigation.
Maesmower Hall is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm not the only one who thinks so, because it's one of the most perfect examples of a half-timbered property here in mid-Wales. It's an exciting spot for lots of other reasons too. The Romans were here, there's a Roman fort nearby. Also, a roundhouse was supposed to be built here as well. And then this lovely Elizabethan manor house. It was certainly built before the 1600s, so the experts say. But what we do know is that this land was owned by Robert Dudley, also known as the Great Earl of Leicester, favourite of Elizabeth I throughout her reign. But according to some evidence given by royal palaces, it's thought that indeed Bess, Elizabeth of England, may well have owned a chunk of this land, and indeed this property.
With its royal connections and a vast catalogue of ghost stories, what does parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe think we should be looking out for tonight?
Well, here we are at another fabulous manor house. What do you think about this place?
It does look like some of the places that we've done before, but it does have some intriguing stories. However, I am quite sceptical about whether we're dealing with anything paranormal or not.
Now, there's this amazing story of this wicked Robin, this gentleman, and then apparently he's so evil he takes the shape of a bull. Apparently people see the ghost of a bull in the grounds, and I just think, what, when I heard it?
Yeah, it does sound ridiculous, but I think what we're seeing here is a classic case of what was probably a genuine gentleman who may have been aggressive, may have been a nasty man, and then over the years the story about him and about his demonic and evil side has just been embellished, and then at some point maybe there might have even been a bull in the grounds, I don't know, and they could have associated that with the man. So I think it's a classic case of storytelling.
Now, there's been reports of poltergeist activity in this location, which, of course, I love that. Anything that moves or is allegedly thrown around I find absolutely fascinating. But how do you think that we're going to capture it? Because it's quite a large building.
It is, and you get essences of poltergeist stories throughout the building. And the difficulty is in terms of where do you focus the cameras. In an ideal world, I'd like to hook up 3 or 4 cameras for every single room, and we just physically cannot do that. It's the frustrating side of ghost investigations when you get poltergeist activity. Unless it's one particular object in one particular room and you can set a camera up there, you're kind of frustrated as to where you put the cameras.
Do you have any concerns about this investigation?
I do, in terms of natural explanations for I think some experiences that people are going to have. In particular rooms, there's an odd slope, and it's kind of a rickety feel about the room. And I'm just concerned if people start to feel...
It's room 9, isn't it?
Oh, it's room 9, the haunted room, essentially, one of the well-known rooms. And I think if people start to feel a bit dizzy and disorientated, those sort of symptoms, that could simply be down to the floor. And just being an uneven floor. And it's the typical thing of people misinterpreting natural phenomena as being supernatural, and it's just something to be aware of that it may happen tonight on the investigation.
Well, I won't be going on my own, but I am looking forward to this investigation. I think quite a lot's going to happen.
It should be great.
To get a greater sense of what we might encounter tonight, I'm joined by medium Chris Conway as we begin our lit walk around in the grounds of Maes Mawr.
Well, Chris, here we are walking in the beautiful grounds of Maes Mawr Hall Hotel. This is lovely. I really like it.
Beautiful to look at, but not beautiful for someone like myself.
Oh, really?
To be in, it's very sinister out here. Even standing here, it's as if we're being watched from the trees.
Is it one person? Is there something horrible happening
I tell you
here?
what, it's one person, but it's one person with a lot of energy. One person that could really do stuff. We're looking at the dark arts.
So he's into demonology and witchcraft and things like that?
Very much so. As we're standing here talking, I can feel him, and he's running back and forwards.
But why here? Is this where we would have practised what he did?
This is exactly where he would have practised before the house was here.
So you're talking hundreds and hundreds
You're
of
talking
years ago?
a long way back, yeah.
Do you know his name? Or?
At the moment, I don't have a name.
Should we go and check out the house itself?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what do you get a sense in here?
At the moment, we don't have a spirit in here at the moment, but I can pick up residual energy, which we've got, and we're picking up in here very much a female energy, but a very nice, very welcoming female. I'd be very surprised if people get scared
with
if they see her, because it's such a lovely feeling.
Do you have a feel as to why she's here? Just more of a story with her, perhaps?
This one, I'm pretty sure, lived in the house, and she still visits. She'll visit several rooms, I would imagine.
But she's not haunting here constantly. She just comes in.
She comes and visits.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she comes back.
She's happy.
Yeah. Almost as if she's just keeping an eye on the place.
Oh.
Just coming back.
You're keeping an eye on the place, are you? Yeah. Okay. Are you happy with the house? Are you happy? Was that one?
One.
No.
Possibly because it's a hotel now, maybe. Maybe.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's agreeing with you. You don't like all these people here, do you? No.
With Chris picking up on the juxtaposing spirits of an evil male and a virtuous female, our investigation could either be good or bad. But which one? Only time will tell.
Have we met you before?
It feels like there's something at the window.
We've got at least 9 female spirits in here.
The bed rocked.
Welcome back to Most Haunted and our investigation of Maesmawr Hall. Believed to be one of the most haunted buildings in Wales, medium Chris Conway has already picked up on the presence of a malevolent male figure and a benevolent female figure.
Are you happy with the house? Are you happy? Was that one?
One.
No.
Possibly because it's a hotel now, maybe. Maybe.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's agreeing with you. You don't like all these people here, do you? No. How interesting. How interesting.
I'm getting the name, but it's...
Go on, tell me.
It's very much like the name Annabelle. That's the name that's coming through.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
Just tap in with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with
That's like
Annabelle.
the kind of name that I'm getting through.
Okay.
Yes, that kind of name.
There's lots of more interesting areas. Let's go and have a look. Some of our crew members are staying in some of these bedrooms, so it's going to be a little bit interesting, isn't
Yes.
it? Should we walk over to this way? One thing I find with some of the bedrooms, because it's a really old house, some of the floors are actually really slanted,
Yeah.
which gives you that kind of, oh, God,
Yeah.
I feel a bit dizzy, I feel a bit...
As if you're drunk. It's
Yeah,
sort of-
so I'm going to have to be reminding people tonight,
Yeah,
you know, just be
as
careful
they're
of that.
walking.
Do you sense anything in here?
I sense the same lady as we had downstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm pretty... this is the... She followed us up.
Shall I ask? Annabelle, are you here? Can you hear that?
Very pretty lady.
How
Yeah.
old would you say she was?
She looks to me... I'd say late teens, early 20s.
Oh, so she's very
That's the way she
young.
looks. She could be older, but she...
I thought she was
she's-
an older lady.
No, this lady's...
That's right by you.
But she could be older, but it's kept her looks. She's very much like that, very youthful looking. But she's not like 40 or 50 or anything like that.
Sorry. we just heard something hit the floor, and both Matt and I have just looked at each other, and that's on the floor, and it's come from there. And no one, there is no one could have even... Nobody there. There's no even chance that anyone could have knocked it off.
No.
How bizarre! Annabelle, did you just knock that jar off the side? Oh, yes. Thank you, Annabelle. OK, so we've got this lovely lady, Annabelle,
Yes.
obviously lived here, connected to the house. Time period, by looking at her dress, is it Victorian, around that time period?
It's not Victorian, no. She definitely looks earlier than Victorian. Not as the way I imagine Victorians as they're quite low.
Just do it again! Oh, how cool is that? OK, so we've got Annabelle in here who's very nicely doing things for us, which is brilliant. So hopefully something might happen later on in this room.
Yeah.
OK, should we move to another?
Yes.
There's a little bit through here I'm very interested for you to have a quick look at. Right. Tiny little room. But things have happened in here that I'm just... You know, if you sit down and...
Again, I'm going by energy here.
Yeah.
I'm picking up somebody, a lady with a baby, and I'm picking up a lady pregnant. Okay, and I'm picking up both. I know it's a small room, but I'm picking up these two energies that are in this room. The lady who's pregnant is passed over whilst pregnant. Different time periods. The lady with the baby, that they've also died in this area of the house.
In this area, this
yeah,
little
in
room.
this room here. It's almost like a jinx, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a. I'm not saying somebody's cursed this place, but it's very much like it's like a jinx. It's like, come here with your kid or pregnant, and something's going to go wrong. You're not.
What's the matter?
The whole chair moved.
The whole chair moved?
I heard it, but is it?
Actually, I had my legs like that and knocked my legs off.
Chair's moved with Kath in it.
Wow.
Oh.
Who moved the chair, do you think? Do you think it's Annabelle?
No, I tell you who I think it is. And I know when I came into the building, I said that what I was picking up outside, I'm pretty sure it's came in.
Isn't it? That's different.
Okay.
Sinister.
It's very sinister. I'm pretty sure I've got the name wrong, but it's this kind of name, and then yet it's like Roger, but I'm pretty sure it's not Roger. A bit Eric.
Oh!
That kind of thing will happen
Oh
in
my
here.
God,
yeah.
it's like somebody's got...
You okay?
It's like somebody's got a nail or something and they're going like that right in my ear.
I'm pretty sure it's this entity that I was talking about. You okay?
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Yeah. It's nothing like Roger. It's like rolling.
Okay.
It's that kind of name.
Okay.
But this is a nasty person. He would kill animals as sacrifices. He would dress in their skins. It was it was very much
Really?
evil.
How long ago was this?
Hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It's before this was built.
What? Just come off. Did you get... We wouldn't have the camera on it?
Look.
Well, it was still moving when I
What makes you think that's happened before?
Yeah, look. It's all chipped and cracked, isn't
It's
it?
obviously been broken and restuck together.
Bizarre.
There's something I got from there down to there.
Shall we move from
Yes.
here? So it's all very, very interesting. We've got flying... Leslie, come on. We've got flying vases. We've had all sorts of strange phenomena occur. It's not even dark yet. So we've had a lot of interesting information. How close is Chris to the truth with some of these characters?
It does sound like pretty accurate as ever, Chris, amazing as. The grounds are known to be inhabited by a dark and sinister force here, which hundreds of years ago we've got settlements in this area going right back to the Romans, and some of their ritual was really dark, particularly Druid ritual, which was vile. The name you gave earlier sort of started off feeding away towards names, and we have got Reginalds and Roberts here. We haven't got any Rolands here. But the name is very close. It's Robin is the name we have, Wicked Robin.
Right.
And skins were put on like that in ritual, both in Roman and some say in Druidic as well, although it tended to be the white robes. But animal sacrifice and that sort of thing was definitely practiced. And human. If we can pick up some of that, it will be fascinating. Then we come into the hall itself, and then we're thinking about this lady that you see moving around, who seems to have followed us up here. Very well known in the panelled room, and said to be an Elizabethan. That's, of course, the house, you know, will be Elizabethan. And you saw this figure coming. In fact, she moves through walls, and she's very pretty. In there is unhappy. It is true to say that a child is heard crying, a baby's heard crying in the house.
Well, I think we're in for a bit of a night tonight.
I do.
And I'm very pleased. I don't think I'm staying in a haunted room, thank goodness. Leslie, lead the way. Come on.
Chris believes we're being followed by evil, but what I'm sure of is that tonight's investigation will be an eventful one. With the pain in my ear and the belief that we're in the presence of Wicked Robin, the evil entity that haunts this place, we ready ourselves for the night by switching off the lights and turning on our night vision cameras.
Come towards us now.
Hello, is anyone here? Robin?
There's 13 of them.
Okay, now I'm suddenly starting to feel like I'm not on my own.
It's freezing. It's so cold in this room.
Not a nice feeling.
No.
The bed moved. The bed moved.
Keen to follow up on Chris's unnerving discoveries, Carl, Stuart, Chris Conway, Matt, Simon and I head for room 12, while the rest of the team monitor our progress from the hub.
come towards us now. All of you, come into this place. What's that? Do you hear that?
What did you hear?
Like a high-pitched...
It was like not a squeal, but similar
like
to
a
that, wasn't it?
yeah.
I've got at least 9 female spirits in here.
Aha. Do you practice the Dark Lord's teachings? Yes.
Yeah, they're definitely witches.
So you are witches?
Definitely witches.
Yes. Have we met you before?
There's 13 of them.
We've met you before. Okay. What was she called, Carl?
Who?
One of the witches from Pendle Hill.
Elizabeth Dendyke.
Elizabeth Dendyke, are you there?
We're down the other room.
I want to hear this baby
I'm feeling
cry.
a bit sick in there, too.
Are you?
Yeah.
If there's a mother and a baby in this room, and the baby used to cry a lot. Oh. Go on about
Someone touch you?
Go on.
The bed rocked. The bed moved, Carl.
But your reaction said it all.
Yeah.
Could you please make the bed shake again for us? Or to any other spirits in this room?
It's just done it again. It's just done it again.
Okay.
Oh my... That was just the most bizarre thing. Carl, will you lie on this bed? Because I really want someone to feel what I felt.
You can see by your reaction.
Oh, it was just bizarre.
Lay on it.
Just lay on it. Elizabeth Dendyke, are you here? Or have you gone?
That just moved.
Well, not anywhere near it. Did you feel it, Carl?
Did someone have that definitely moved then?
No one's near you.
The bed was pulled from under me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sorry to interrupt, like, for the second time now, I've just gone so dizzy.
Are you
I've
alright?
just had to hold myself up with the door. I feel really sick and I've got pins and needles all over the leg.
That's what they do to you.
They like that. They like
I
to...
almost felt like I was going to pass out.
Let me know if you feel a bit... Here we go. Did it move, Carl?
That. No.
Cobweb though.
Oh, Carl, you're okay. We've just seen a great big ball of light pass straight over your face.
Oh, how interesting.
Something just went like that on my face.
Did it?
Do you know, that was absolutely hot. That was like somebody for a second. You know when you can't take a breath in? It interrupts you. It's like...
Have we been followed to Wales by the evil Pendle witches? Only time will tell as we continue to investigate through the night.
It feels like there's something at the window.
Right now, I don't like it.
Do you not think something's about to happen here?
What?
Welcome back to Most Haunted and our investigation of Maes Mawr in Wales. We have already experienced what we believe to be poltergeist activity in one of the beautiful hall's bedrooms.
We just heard something hit the floor, and both Matt and I have just looked at each other, and that's on the floor, and it's come from there. And no one, there is no one could have even...
Nobody there.
There's no even chance that anyone could have knocked it off.
The bed rocked.
Can this be the work of the Pendle witches, or are these acts down to the evil spirit of Wicked Robin, the bullish figure believed to terrorise this quiet corner of Wales? The activity seems to be focused on room 9 and the adjoining room 12, and it is to the smaller room 12 that I send Kath and Leslie, while Chris Burton, Matt and Simon keep watch close by in room 9.
Carl said there's loads of stuff going on in this room. What? There's something tapping on the window. Probably nothing.
Come on, if there's anybody here.
People won't sleep in this part on their own, you know.
I don't blame them, it's not a nice feeling.
No. The doors feel like something coming at you, you know, doesn't it?
Come on, if there's anybody here. What's going on?
There was a huge lighting on in your room, wasn't there?
What happened?
There was a bang and there was some movement and we jumped up to get off. Kath fell over and it's quite obviously a very strong sensation of a presence in the room and at the window. That's the worst thing. It feels like there's something at the window.
Yeah, there was a couple of like anomalies around you at that particular time.
That was a big bang.
It was, it made us jump.
It made me jump out.
But we felt the movement with it. That's when I jumped
There's a noise in here, by the way. There was a noise in here, by the way.
Do you not think something's about to happen?
That was a bit tense, isn't it?
This is exactly what we said earlier. I said it feels pregnant. Like, you know, something's going to happen as a result of it.
Saw a red dot just then.
Oh, was it like a cigarette end?
Yeah.
That's when they say there's something really
Just over
nasty
there in the
about.
Oh, God, headache.
Just in front of Kath.
Yeah, that's what it was. Really quick.
What was that?
What?
Chris, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Like a baby.
Hey guys, it's Carl. Do you want to start heading yourself back in to the main room now?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Did he pull my hair?
No, he didn't. I was standing behind you.
You're joking.
No, he didn't pull your hair. With Kat terrorised by unseen hands, I'm determined to get to the bottom of what lurks in this unnerving room and return there, accompanied by Leslie.
It's cold. It's absolutely freezing. Ooh. Right. It actually has a slope to it as well, so it makes you feel, it slopes down. Do you know what I mean?
It makes you feel dizzy, doesn't it?
It does make you feel really disorientated, which I think might have a lot to do with...
Why people think it's haunted?
Yeah, because they'll go, oh, I feel funny in here.
Well, that's a very sensible view.
Is there a spirit person here in this room? If you're here, please can you make a noise? Can you slam a door? Here, please can you make a noise? Can you slam a door? Can you rattle a doorknob?
Do you know, it's not nice when you... Yeah?
You feel really dizzy.
You okay?
Yeah, I feel really, really dizzy.
Because you looked a bit ill.
No, I feel really, really dizzy in this room.
Cold. Really cold.
Is it?
You know, like a column of freezing air.
Do you know, I feel drunk. I feel absolutely...
Put your hand in that. Feel how cold that is.
Is, yeah, no, it
There's
is.
a column of air, cold
Yes.
air, which you haven't got either side of it.
That's very strange. Is there a vent or something?
No, definitely not.
How bizarre. How weird.
I'm looking at a keep fit video.
You do.
Hey,
What?
did you hear that?
I thought I heard something.
The door went.
Yeah. Gosh, you can feel that cold column. I'm stood right in it.
Yeah?
It's freezing.
Temperature's dropping.
It's so
Did you feel
cold.
that? I just jumped
Yeah,
in.
it's freezing. It's so cold in this room. That's fascinating.
That's fascinating, it is, isn't it? And
Yeah.
You're a very experienced ghost hunter and I'm not. But it goes from floor to ceiling.
It's very odd, and the fact that it's static. You know, it's not sort of disappeared. It's the fact that it's here constantly would lead me to believe there's some sort of fan or AC unit, but there isn't.
There isn't. Well, fascinating room, and I'm not sleeping there.
Although truly intrigued by the phenomena that we have experienced in this room, we must turn our attentions to the other areas of this hall that warrant investigation. According to reports, the area just out in front of the main entrance is plagued by the entity known as Wicked Robin. Many people claim to have witnessed this evil, but upon further questioning, half tell of a human male figure, while the other half talk of a bull-like beast. And it is to this area that Carl has bravely chosen to investigate alone.
I don't know if I'm outside on my own because I'm stupid because everyone else wants to be warm, or everyone else is too scared to be outside. There's quite a lot of wooded area here, and I'm walking deeper and deeper into it. Hello, is anyone here? Robin? Robin, if you're here, show yourself to me. I'm on my own and I'm not scared of you. Actually, I'm a bit scared. So, what's that over there? It really isn't. I can't see anything. I can't really see anything. Oh! Oh. If this Robin thing does jump out at me, I will literally myself. Robin, are you here? Show yourself to me. Jump out at me. Come on, Robin. The least you can do is prove to me you're here. I thought I saw something moving there. Robin, are you... Okay. That'll take that. It's that dark, and because I've got the light of this shining in my eye, you kind of don't see things until the last minute. Another one there. This is now getting stupid. Okay. Okay. Okay, Robin, if you're here, now's the time. What the was that? There was a light in there. Hello? Is that you, Robin? What the Robin? Robin? Is that you? Right, now I don't like it. Robin, are you here? Okay, now I'm suddenly starting to feel like I'm not on my own. Okay. I really don't like it now. There's definitely something out there. Oh, in here with me. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm going to go back in because I really don't like it. I'm getting really freaked out now.
With the ominous presence of Wicked Robin looming over our investigation, what more does Mice Mauer have in store for us tonight?
If there is a spirit person here with us, please come towards the centre of this table.
In the room just now, we've got this that we're calling Robin.
I could have sworn there was a man standing there, dressed in like dark clothing, just watching us.
Holy!
Welcome back to Most Haunted. Our search for the paranormal at Mice Mauer in Wales is raising more questions than we have answers for. Members of the team have been terrified by what we believe to be many of the hall's spirits. We have been troubled by poltergeist activity and the ominous presence of an entity known as Wicked Robin. In an attempt to tap into this building's rich ghostly vein, I decide to hold a séance with the whole team in the panelled room.
If there is anybody here, if there is a spirit person here with us or spirit people, please come towards the centre of this table. Table just jerked. Tapping.
Shaking as well.
Who is this, Chris? Who's with us?
In the room just now, we've got this that we're calling Robin.
So we've got this wicked...
Yeah.
Okay. Carl, you asked for something.
You're supposed to be wicked, you're supposed to be evil, you're supposed to be negative. And do something to us that proves that.
I could have sworn. Maybe it's because I'm tired. But you see where this table is here with the leg there? And it was like there was a man standing there, dressed in like dark clothing, but with his hands stood behind his back, just watching us. I don't know. I think it's probably corner of the eye phenomena. I don't know.
Come on.
I just seen it. Look at the table. Look at the books. Do that again. Do it again. Do it again.
They move backwards and forwards.
Did you not get it?
Keep still. Please tell me you've got it. Thank you. Please tell me you've got that, Chris. Please tell me you've got that.
Yeah, like that. I can see that, yeah.
Oh, wow. Please tell me you've got that, Chris. Please tell me you've got that.
Yeah, like that. I can see that, yeah.
Oh, wow. Are you enjoying yourself, Robin? Is this nice? Is this good? Is there a fly in
I
here?
think so.
I've not seen a fly.
I've not seen a
I've
fly.
not heard one.
No.
Just sounded like then, to me, a distant... No, that was a...
We've assumed it's a fly. We've assumed it's a fly.
I've said it was a fly earlier.
Humming. Use your energy. Think about your energy. Think about us as a group. Our energy. Use all of our...
Holy Kath, don't touch anything because you'll cut your hands.
Are you all right? Try and... Please, sir, please try and push the candlestick off. Use your energy, use our energy.
Ooh.
Do it again, do it again, do it again.
It's actually done in the reverse.
It's like Aaron now.
It's underneath.
How the hell does that happen? That table would have had to have lifted.
This table is lifted up this end now.
It's this side onto this
How's
side.
that happened?
And the weight of the tables.
Right, let's keep going because... Okay.
It's not as if they're wee tiny things.
Okay, use the energy. This energy is really good, and even guys on everybody around the table, just really concentrate really hard. Okay. And again, please, sir. Again, but try and get... That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That is extraordinary. Take the tablecloth off. Take the tablecloth off. Again, please try and knock that candlestick off. Knock it off. Knock it off if you can. Knock the the candlestick off. Do something else, sir. Here we go. Here we go. It's lifting up. Don't be scared. Just keep the energy, guys.
Okay.
Do you want to ask a question, Chris?
Would you like us to try and reach you by performing the same rituals that you would when you were on this earth? He's not answering me. Every time I ask him something, it's silence.
Do you know, it's like they're still here, but they're just blanking us.
Yeah, that's very much like.
And I have to say, that for me is possibly one of the most extraordinary seances I think I've done. I won't forget it.
We continued to investigate Mice Mauer through the night, but we were unable to gather any phenomena as impressive as we had just witnessed in this and earlier vigils. However, what does parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe make of tonight's investigation?
Most Haunted's investigation of Mice Mauer Hall Hotel was unusual. Perhaps the most significant phenomena that was captured on film was to do with a table, stack of books and a candlestick. Now, the actual setup of this was to ensure that should there be any movement with the candlestick or candle, it would be exaggerated because of being on a stack of books. Now, it's a viable protocol to actually do this. However, let's not focus on the movement of the candlestick or the books, because that's not what interests me. It's the movement of the table.
Use all of our...
Now, this table was in two halves, and at some point, one half moved onto the other half, and then the team actually pulled it down.
That table would have had to have lifted.
This table is lifted up this end now.
It's this side onto this
How's
side.
that happened?
And then the other half moved on to the other half, if that makes sense at all. But essentially what we've got is both halves of the table kind of overlapping onto the other side. Now, this is unusual in terms of table phenomena that Most Haunted has experienced. Certainly the team tried everything they could to replicate the movement of the two table halves.
The only way you can lift that table up there is by
physically.
You and Stuart having a hand underneath it.
Well, you wouldn't be able to get it on the ledge.
Yes, well, you wouldn't be able to lift it up.
No, you wouldn't be able to get it on the ledge. Lift it then and try and get it on the ledge.
Just you try from that. Let's just test the whole thing.
See how quick we can get it on the edge.
But obviously your hands are on top, so that negates you actually doing it.
But just to see how hard it is.
That's what we're doing now.
Put it back
I was going to try and lift it onto that table again.
Everybody put your hands on there.
Actually, I'm going to leave this out of the way just in case it does go, but the books will still move, yeah?
Okay,
you want me and Stuart to do that?
Yeah, if you and Stuart can just...
Right.
As if you're going to try and do it.
Right.
For the sceptics.
Okay.
Well, if we're going to cheat it, you mean?
Yes, go on.
One.
But no, trouble is your hands are on top of the table,
Your hands are on top of the table. Try and lift.
With your thumb underneath it, yeah, with your thumb underneath it. I know your thumbs weren't underneath it.
No, my hands were there like
I know, but try it, we're like that.
Okay.
We're trying all options.
1, 2, 3. A lot harder, we're actually...
A lot harder because...
We're actually gripping it.
But I have to say, it wasn't done to my level of satisfaction. The reason being is because it's one thing to try and replicate phenomena after it's happened. It's another thing to get enough footage of the phenomena occurring. And although during the séance there were moments when the camera did move down underneath the table and you could see nobody was pushing it, at the point when the tables were moving onto each other, the halves were moving onto each other, we didn't have full unobstructed footage of every aspect of the table. And that would be the holy grail of parapsychological phenomena. Unfortunately, we didn't capture that, so I'm still a little bit sceptical. Generally, over the course of the investigation, some of the team experienced some odd noises that they couldn't seem to find sources to, and there were other members of the team that feel spooked in particular locations and just felt a bit odd and even fearful at times. However, even the mere fact of being in a haunted location is enough suggestion, enough psychology to actually cause these experiences for people. Right now I don't like it. Most Haunted's investigation was a fascinating one because of this slightly unusual table phenomena. However, it's not enough to convince this hardened skeptic.
Taking Kieran's views on board, I still can't help but believe that Maes Mawr holds the spirits of its past, and that tonight, we as a team will witness to those very same spirits. Until next time, sleep tight.
Not sure we will sleep tight after that. And the serial rapist on the prowl in Criminal Minds next. Well, tomorrow night, don't miss brand new Grey's Anatomy as a very, very large patient brings huge problems and results in the medics having to take sensitivity training. That's tomorrow night at 9 here on Living.